the main event. Yeah, I mean, this kind of went almost exactly how I thought it went or was going to go. I mean, the touch at the end of Sting's interference was I like that it was just Ricky Stark's about to interfere. Sting comes out and says, get away from him, and then just kind of stands over and he's like, don't, right? Don't. And then the match ends, he's like, all right, yeah, fuck, I'm out of here, right? Like, so that was a little different than we're used to seeing in wrestling, right? Normally he'd just come in and wallop everybody and it's a DQ and nobody cares, right?
Right, there's no finish at all. Everyone just goes like, that was fun, and we're like, did we ever have a winner?
Runs away because Sting came in the room.
Yeah.
Right. So, yes, but, I mean, I don't think this, like, again, this didn't really move a storyline or anything, and maybe it wasn't designed to, but because, again, the story, I think, is moving to Darby Allin, Sting, and their relationship. So this is kind of slow rolling to that, because next week he's going to be like, I didn't ask for your help. And he's like, well, you sure needed it. You know, right?
Right, just emo kids,
bitch,
emo grandfather and his grandson bullshitting over who needs the real help. Yeah. What I like though the most about the main event was Brian fucking Cage needs to be in more matches.
Dude, he was manhandling it, like the epitome of that phrase, manhandling Darby Allin.
He was throwing that motherfucker around like Darby Allin stole his lunch money. Like, he just did not give a shit about that guy.
And credit to Darby Allin, too. I mean, we've seen this.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He is willing to take
and
a beating.
He wants to do it, right? Like, yeah, do it more.
Jeez. But like, God, Brian Cage, I might be like, hey, can you throw me once? Can you throw me over there across the room? Like, let me see what that's like, right? Like, but I'm not like, yeah, let's do 40 minutes of this through stuff. Like, just no thanks, man. God.
I said it
again, it wasn't a heavy, object he was working with comparatively, but like still, he was just literally launching him several basketball goal lengths. You know what I mean? Well, just like,
the thing wasn't, oh my God, he's throwing this huge human around. The thing that caught me off guard is he had no regard for Darby Allin. He's like, this motherfucker's going here. I don't care if he lands on his neck. This motherfucker's going here. I don't care if he lands on his shoulder. This motherfucker's going over there. I don't care if he lands on the table or not. It was like the disregard for a human life. It wasn't easy
soft throws. Yeah, it wasn't like, all right, flat backs everywhere.
Yeah.
This was literally rolling him up into a ball and just freaking kicking him in the ass on the way down and seeing how he lands. Yeah.
He was bouncing Darby Allin's body off the mat like a basketball. It was incredible. So
I hope Darby Allin has some strong drugs. I mean, I'm sure he does.
Or this is his therapy and he doesn't do anything to harm himself when we aren't looking. That's all I hope for, is just like,
this is his version of cutting.
Yeah. Like, hey, this is more entertaining and we can all make sure that you don't actually die. So chill out. Chill out. Well, apparently not with Brian Cage. Brian Cage will say, fuck yourself. I'm going to throw you wherever I want. But yeah, that was AEW Dynamite.
Man, yeah, he feels, and I mean, look, I'm not claiming anything about Brian Cage here, but I'm just saying he feels like a walking steroid. Like, he just is big Papa Pump swole, is like ready to just take somebody, throw it. But he's also, when he's hanging out in the back, he's just the suave, cool looking guy too. Like, he doesn't look like he's aggro guy pacing around the ring or anything. He looks like he'd be chill at the bar, you know what I mean, if you hung out with him. So it's interesting character as Brian Cage.
And Brian Cage, to his credit, isn't Scott Steiner like in the end of his career where it's just belly to bellies and big moves. Like, he's agile. He can do some of the agility moves of a kip up and, jump over and kicks and stuff. Yeah. So he has the agility, not Brock Lesnar. Like, Brock Lesnar, again, is like a different stratosphere of humans, but he's orbiting close to the Brock Lesnar physicality plus agility. That's why I like watching him. And I just want to see more of them. I like Team Taz. I do like Team Taz. I like Team Taz on Twitter. I like that Taz put on Twitter, hey, got some new gifts, and it's all Team Taz baseball bats with all of their names on it. So I like that little touch is like, fuck you, Sting. We're going to be ready next time. But all of these guys... Yeah, exactly. But all of these guys, I feel, are almost too good for a faction, where Santana and Ortiz and Hager and even Wardlow fit in a faction. That is a good faction, because not that they're limited, but they just gel better in this group. When I see Ricky Starks, I think champion, right? Like a solo champion. When I see Brian Cage, I think, destroyer of all people, not hanging out with or Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs, he's a powerhouse. The motherfucker should be running through brick buildings all the time, like not hanging out with Hook. And so it just feels like the group has too many individual stars and not a real meshed group of people.
Well, especially if it's like with Powerhouse Hobbs and Brian Cage, like if we're seeing them, we should be seeing them more in the gym. Like, let me see some of this powerhouse, right? Like, let me see you guys throwing obscene weight around instead of just hanging out in the back, running away from Sting, because you came to beat up a small guy and then a slightly not small guy showed up,
Or you can put them together as a tag team because, again, AEW is the land of tag teams, and they can almost be like, remember when Kane and Big Show were tag team champs and you just looked at him and you're like, no one's beating those guys. Look at him. Look at him. Kane's the fucking monster and he looks small next to Big Show. For Christ's sake. That's what you can do with Powerhouse Hobbs and Brian Cage, where it's just, we're fucking everyone up. You know what our moveset is? Fucking you up. Like, we don't care what our finishers are. It's we're fucking you up. And you
we
can
got
do
this sweet
that
moveset. The first one that we learned was throwing you through the wall. The second one was smashing you into the floor. The third one was putting a boot to your face. Like, just, right? They start listing off their moves, right? Like, right, yeah.
And in all of this, we don't care how you take this. So it's up to you of where our moveset lands with you. So go fuck yourself.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just go fuck yourself.
Yeah. I don't care. Yeah, because the guys will be like, okay, so in that move, like, do you want me to land, like you said, flat back? And he's like, I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. Like, it's up to you, pal.
I want you to land on the wall and then on the floor and then on the fucking right. Yeah, as long as you land, man. If you don't land, I'm going to be freaked the fuck out. That's all I know.
But I'm going to tell people because that shit's cool.
I'm going to fucking be really scared of you. You win, I'll quit. I'll give up. You don't fucking land, I'm out. I quit. I'm done.